halfway point in the show, 9:30, 2.5 down, 2.5 to go on this Tuesday. It is October number 1, 2013, that is. Where am I? 2 years behind, actually. I guess I'm getting nervous because in a couple of minutes, we're going to be speaking with our Artist of the Week, Lydia Sabosto. We're going to be hearing a track from her and also giving you a chance to win her fine album, A Suitcase of Memories. All coming up after the break. The break starts, of course, with Terry at the Weather Channel. 6. As promised, on the phone with us is our Artist of the Week. You've been winning copies. I was about to say, Lydia, they've been winning copies all week long, but the week is still in its infancy.
Excellent, yes.
We really just started yesterday giving the album away.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to be doing it today. We'll continue right through the end of the week. And ladies and gentlemen, if you will, join me in welcoming our artist, Lydia Sabosto, into the broadcast this morning. Good morning there, my dear. How do you do?
Good morning, Paul. Thank you so very much for having me. I really appreciate this.
Do you normally wake up at this time of day?
Oh, I'm up at 5 every morning. Yeah, that's
really?
fine. Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. I get up at about like 2:30 stuff.
Oh,
but
no.
I got to be here, so.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, congratulations on a couple of different things. Number one, being the WHLI Artist of the Week this week. That's number one. And some fine product here, including the album that you did last year, Suitcase of Memories, and a single that we're going to talk about. I think I want to start there. Now, Lydia is a local guy. You live in Santa Mauritius, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. Make sure you say hello to everybody in Santa Mauritius for us.
Santa Mauritius and Jimmy's Diner and the whole crew.
All right. We love them. The more, the merrier. Now, even before we get into the album, when I first received this album, I also got a standalone single we've been playing. The audience is quite familiar with it by now, Let It Be Me, done by the Everly Brothers way back when. A big hit version was done in the 60s by Betty Everett and the Iceman, Jerry Butler. They had a giant hit with this in the mid-60s. And your version is so pretty and so unique. It's Let It Be Me. Why don't you explain to the audience exactly the genesis of this single, how this came to be?
Well, interestingly enough, 2 of my friends are getting married, and they had asked me if I would sing their wedding song, so, their first dance. So I said, sure. I've been doing it for a while, so yeah, I don't mind. So I went into the studio, and I recorded it as a gift for them, and also to make it easier upon myself so I don't have to bring my equipment to the wedding.
A method to her madness.
Yeah, but it's interesting because in the middle of the song, you'll hear more music played, like a few more extra bars, and in those parts are where I will be saying, now we welcome the bridal party up to dance, and now and then everybody else gets up to dance. But and actually one of the women getting married is a very good friend of mine, Emma McGrattan, who is my computer geek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did a lot of the pictures and the putting together of the CD, the physical CD.
Yeah.
So but it was really a fun experience to do that.
And is it true you played most of the instruments on the track?
I actually did. I played all the instruments. Yeah, I have a drum machine that worked at the background drums.
Right.
And then the bass parts with the acoustic bass and the strings. Yeah, I do all the arranging on all my songs, including the ones on the CD. And thanks to Eveline, Marcello, and Margie Luciano, who sent you the CD and the Let It Be Me thing. I really appreciate that. And thank you to all the DJs there, you and Joe Sada and Bob Williams and Bob Perry for playing all the tunes. It was really, really wonderful experience for me.
Well, success speaks for itself. When we get a piece of product, we evaluate it on its own merits, and these are dandy little tunes and I guess now that I know you're doing all the arranging, no wonder they are so attractive and so catchy. It's the arrangements that just lovely to listen to. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I did. I went to school when I first got out of high school. I went to Berklee School of Music, Berklee College of Music in Boston, and I learned my arranging there with some really greats. Gary Burton, who was one of my arrangers, my arranging teachers, who was really wonderful. And through the years, I went out to Seattle. I played with, I was taught by Gary Peacock, who worked with Miles Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And then Johnny DeMeo, who was the rehearsal pianist for the Metropolitan Opera Singers for many, many years, and Ken Stanton, who is a jazz great in up in the Boston area. So yeah, I'll put it all together into the CD, so it's nice.
Yep, and you were, of course, reading here from the bio, opening act for many comedians and singers performing in the Catskills in Atlantic City?
Yes, actually, yeah, I did that, and I opened up, I was with a band called Garbo, and we opened up for the Marvelettes at a couple of places up and down the East Coast, and also with another band, Wanda and the Way It Is, opened up for Martha Reeves out here on Long Island at one gig. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's great. You were on the Joe Franklin Show years ago?
Joe Franklin Show with Joni Rapp, yes, I was, yeah. And it's interesting because all the venues, I was always the background person, which was fine with me. I didn't mind it.
Right.
So it's kind of fun and exciting being the solo artist and the upfront person now.
Yeah, definitely. All right, now about this album I'm holding.
Sure.
Suitcase of Memories was done last year, right? In 2012?
Yeah, it took me about a year to do that, to do the whole album. Yeah.
What's with the pooch on the cover? Who's that pooch?
Oh, that's my Remy boy. That's my best friend, yeah.
It looks like you couldn't be happier. In the photograph on the cover, folks, in case you haven't seen the album, Lydia is sitting right between and betwixt the dog and a suitcase. She's leaning on I guess that's the Suitcase of Memories, right?
Oh, yeah, it's filled with lots of memories for sure.
And then when you take the disc and you actually take it off the hub, you can see a whole bunch of what has to be your memories in that photograph, right?
Oh, yeah, it goes back to my high school days and my elementary days and my baby shoes and tons and tons of things.
And a New Jersey license plate is in there. Rosary beads, it looks like.
Yeah, actually, those aren't rosary beads, but they could be, but they're more like the New Orleans Mardi Gras.
Oh, I see. A little different connotation there, folks. It's a fine album with some nice liner notes that Lydia wrote in the beginning and some great songs we've been playing. And it is available. We want people to know where it is available. Tell them where they can buy a copy of Suitcase of Memories.
Sure. iTunes. iTunes is carrying it, CD Baby, and Amazon.com. And then I think you can actually hear it on Spotify. And it's all over the world, pretty much. In Peru, you can buy it off some of their websites down there. In Italy, it's over there. Israel is another. So whatever iTunes or sites that are available for music, you can download from those sites too. And
somebody in a few minutes can actually win a copy for free.
Wonderful.
Courtesy of Lydia. She gave us a couple of copies to give away this week. So we'll do that with a lucky buck in a short while. You also perform locally, do you not?
Yes, actually I do. I perform with a band called It's a Girl Thing with Lori Toscano on drums and Suzanne Rose on congas, and we play it every Friday night. We're down at the Plainview Holiday Inn, which is right off exit 46 on the Long Island Expressway. We start there at 7. We play from 7 to 11. We just did we're there, like I said, every Friday, and we have guests that get up and sing. And fortunately, a wonderful artist of yours, Eveline Marcello, gets up and sings with us every week, which is just wonderful. She gets the audience going. And we'll be there New Year's Eve also. They've asked us to play there. So every Friday night down at Plainview Holiday Inn.
That's a landmark. That place has been there forever.
Oh, yeah, it has.
You can't miss it. When you get off the expressway, even from the expressway at that particular event, you can see that. That's just been there forever.
Yep, for sure.
That's every Friday night. And when does that gig start usually? About
7 o'clock we start.
All right. Good. I'm going to get a chance one of these days to make my way down there.
Well, I certainly hope
you do. Sit down
and
take in a performance of Lydia Sabosto. So, all right, now, in the brief second or two we have left, you just recently returned from a trip abroad. Tell us about that, where you went and what those people are doing across the pond.
Yes, I did. I went to Ireland with some really good friends of mine, and it was just a lot of fun. And we flew into Dublin, and there's a great pub that we had a party at called McGrattan's Cafe and Bar. And the Irish have the songs, and they're listening to it up there. So hello to all my Dublin friends out that, and my friends in Peru and Israel and Italy and all in the States. It's wonderful.
So we're being heard around the globe, thanks to Lydia Sabosto. I knew there was a reason we made you. We wish you nothing but the best.
All the
success you can handle. We wish it for you in this fine album. As I said, we're going to give it away very, very shortly. I want to play Autumn from it because This is early autumn after all, and what a beautiful song this is. Tell us a little bit about, I wish we had more time. We can go into some of the songs, why they were chosen, but tell us about the one we're going to hear, Autumn.
Actually, Autumn is dedicated to a really good friend of mine who had passed away, and she, back in high school, she opened up my music to, my musical mind, I guess, to like Barry White and Edgar Winter, who is the one who originally performed Autumn. And so that got me going, and instead of the Engelbert Humperdinck era and all that, so I was able to open up to the rock and roll.
Right.
And this is one of the rock tunes that she had turned me on to. So yeah, it's a great tune.
All right, so we'll be talking to you shortly. Again, I'm going to get myself down to one of the Holiday Inn performances very, very soon. I make you that promise.
Thank you, Paul.
And enjoy your week as Artist of the Week, and I'm sure the audience will be at their phones with their lucky buck waiting to win a copy of your album.
Thank you.
Lydia Sabosto, everybody. Here's a track from Suitcase. This is Autumn.
Thank you.
Lydia Sabosto from A Suitcase of Memories, and one of my favorite tracks on the thing. You can see how pretty it is. It's autumn, here in the early autumn. Our Artist of the Week, I want to thank her for getting up and getting on the radio with us. We just had a conversation with Lydia, Tommy, and we're going to give away the album in a couple of minutes for someone who is holding in their little grubby little mitts a genuine lucky buck.